well, the Romeos are getting together. Come on, let's go. And I always heard about the Romeos. And Clyde shared a little bit about it, but I believe there are some Romeos here, maybe? Are there some
I deny that. I've never, Romeos.
Romeo stories that you care
No.
to share for us non-Romeo people?
We don't have to plug our ears.
Yeah, yeah.
What's that? What are we doing?
Come on,
Romeos. I
What
think
about-
they just want to understand it.
Yeah.
You want to hear Romeo's stories?
Yeah.
Oh,
Tell
yeah.
them the one about down
There
at.
aren't any stories.
There's always stories when it comes
Yeah.
to Max.
Okay, so the Romeos. Chris and I got together for breakfast one morning, and it was fun. And the next time Max came, and then Scott came, and then somebody I worked with said that her brother had a breakfast group, and they called themselves Retired Old Men Eating Out, Romeos. And so every Thursday for, since
The beginning of time.
at the beginning of time, we've been going to breakfast. And we choose a different place. We, meaning me, choose a different place every week. And it was really nice if it was a place that was going to be crowded or they had a hard time getting a table. We would send Max in first because he had those two canes and they would make sure he got a nice table. We put Max up. Yeah.
The best.
Yeah. Anyway, it was just chatting. He always had to sit on the end because he had one bad ear. Yeah.
And many of you had bad ears.
Well, I have two
What?
bad ears. Anyway, that's how the Romeos all started, and Max was like 100% there every single week. And if we went to one of his usual haunts, well, that's okay. So this one time we went up to the Blue Plate, and one of the television stations was doing a thing there that day, and and they were doing a thing about breakfast there, and so they served up for our group a different plate for each of us. And the guy that was interviewing everybody came over to Max and he said, "What are you having?" Well, Max always had the burrito, right? So he had no idea what he had, but he described it in great detail about what a wonderful thing this was and what the name of it was, and if that guy if the camera would have gone around, the rest of us were like, "Nice, Max." Anyway, he nailed that one. That's the best Romeo story.
Beautifully done. Well done, my friend.
So, one other story about Max, though, that I forgot earlier. I went to Mexico and I came back with this fancy tequila. And he came over to my house. We both got off work. He came over to my house and so we drank a couple of shots of this fancy tequila and we weren't getting quite the proper buzz going. So I pulled a different tequila down out of the cabinet and we had a shot of that. And by then it caught up with us, and he looks over at me, and I had a little hole in this uniform shirt. And so he reaches over and he grabs that thing and rips that shirt right off of me. And, oh my God, it took us about 10 minutes to stop laughing. There, no Romeos in that one. Any takers?
I deny it all.
Yeah.
Deny.
Nice. Start there. I'm going to keep you on there.
Yeah, for a while, about 10 minutes. Max was an incredible man, friend, co-worker. Remember nights up at the University of Utah Telecommunications Bureau, and we would answer the phones all night, and we'd all switch off from time to time. Max would do it, I would do it. It was a great job, but Max was just like the best. He was really good. And I remember a few times when we were up there, some of the gals from the early shift would come up and cover us while we went and saw jazz game or ice hockey with the Golden Eagles. Oh, man, it was great fun. And then go back up there and just answer phones. It was a wonderful job. Max actually let me stay at his place on Sherman that you've heard about, and it was a beautiful view while Max was down in Willits, and I was kind of the babysitter of the place until he came back after the summer. They were great times with Max. I don't remember a bad time with Max. I remember fishing with Max. It was great fun. We always had a great time. And I'm gonna miss that man more than you can know. Take care, my friend up there. We're coming. Love you,
He's
man.
not up there.
That's Ruth closed out.
There is no there.
That's Ruth closed out. Love you, man.
So you didn't put that in the obituary.
No, that's not that part, no.
Very much omitted.
Tell us where the ticket was for.
Oh, yeah. Anybody else?
You know.
Okay. Moon River.
You're freaking amazing.
I don't know about that.
Thank everyone for coming, and we want to do a toast for Max, something that he always did and enjoyed. And so
We're gonna have to share.
we're
Fill it up.
going to do one of his very favorite foods.
You can see the influence he has had.
Always say
You got it, you got it.
that whipped cream was only the
James wants one, yeah.
for the
Yeah.
dessert.
You can see Max's influence on the next generation. Oh, Granny doesn't want to do it. No, I can't do it. I couldn't.
And we're going to do a little toast with Max's food.
It's gonna be a huge.
Hey, go for it.
Huge.
Huge.
Here's Max. Here's Max. Oh, Mom.
This is Max's toast.
She got her little
Whipping
back.
cream home and distributions with Max.
Dessert was the vehicle for
For the whipped cream, yes.
So every time at our house, more whipped cream, please.
Well, Trent, I don't know if you noticed that all of these guys know how to do it. We all got the tradition down. Yeah. They've all been seeing Max and Papa do that since they were tiny. Were you gonna do that? That's amazing.